everyone. First and foremost, I want to give my deepest appreciation to the National Women's Political Caucus for having the foresight to pull together such an amazing coalition of exciting women candidates here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. I want to give all of them kudos before I go into my own remarks, because I know just how hard it is to put yourself forward time and time again, even if you're already in office, and to say that you want to do this work, especially in times like these. Really quickly, I thought what I would do is a few things. And so first and foremost, before I am anybody's political candidates for any office, I am a mom to two boys, Blaine and Blake, that are 11 and 15, a wife to my husband, Blaine, and a mom, I think, also to my dog, Ace, and I reside in Petersburg. I am excited to be a candidate for Senate District 13, which includes all of Eastern Henrico, part of Charles City County, go south and pick up Petersburg, Dinwiddie, Prince George, Hopewell, Sussex, Surrey, so a very large urban and rural district. And the best way I like to describe my candidacy, because you're going to hear a lot about my opponent, but I was watching, and I don't know if anyone in the chat or anyone on the call watches Indian Matchmaking. It is a show on Netflix where you have this amazing matchmaker putting together those who are, looking for love. And she always asks every single one of her clients the same question: what is it that you're looking for in your partner? And I would like to use that concept, but ask you, what is it that you are looking for in your elected official? It's a very simple question. Oftentimes you might say something like, I am looking for someone with honesty, someone with integrity, someone who adheres to my values. It's not a difficult question. We're not talking about the social issues. We're just saying the basics of what you're looking for in anyone who desires to represent you. If you start with that alone, I got news for you. My opponent isn't a match made in heaven. He doesn't adhere to any of those things. He doesn't have any of those characteristics, especially integrity and honesty, that you can say about him. Now move to the issues. You will hear all night long candidates talking about just how critical it is that we protect the progress that we have made here in Virginia. 6 years ago, when I was elected to the House of Delegates for the first time as the youngest woman ever elected to that body, I knew then that I was made for that moment, and even more that I was made for this moment, because my opponent is the only anti-choice Democrat in the Virginia Senate. And I will probably go further and say in Virginia, in elected office. We cannot sit back and allow a man with a, I'm going to try and keep it positive. I'll say a storied personal tale as his be the deciding factor of whether we continue to have reproductive protections here in our Commonwealth. And I will go further and say it's bigger than me, and it's even bigger than Virginians, because look at what's happening around us. Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina. Right now, Virginia is a safe haven for so many people. They are dependent upon us. Every single day I'm knocking doors and I am talking to both men and women who can't believe we are having to revisit this conversation about whether or not someone should have the ability to make this deeply personal decision if it comes down to that. I was proud to cast a vote for the reproductive protections that we have here in Virginia. And I cannot sit back and allow someone like my opponent put at risk so many people, so many families, and so many individuals. This district that I am running in is a majority minority district. It is a strong Democratic district. I could talk about reproductive rights and his position on choice all night, but the truth is he does not adhere to even basic democratic values. He has voted against public education. He has voted against workers' rights issues, environmental justice issues. I can go down the list. So when we have only 40 seats in the Virginia Senate that are coveted seats, there is no reason, especially when you have a Democratic margin like ours, you should have someone in a strong Democratic district that is not going to vote to support both the values of the people in the district and the values of Democrats in Virginia. I am not just talk. When I was in the House, I was proud to make history passing the ban on the use of no-knock search warrants, also known as Breonna's Law. I was proud to pass legislation to ban the box on employment applications, on higher education applications, declare racism a human rights crisis, to put reimbursements in place to combat infant and maternal mortality. I could go down the list. You will never have to question what I stand for. You will never have to question what I will be fighting for. I have taken my humble beginnings, turn it into effective advocacy, and I know that I could continue to do that if reelected to the Virginia Senate. Thank you so very much.